Hello, my friends, and welcome back to my channel. It is Wednesday, so it is time for weigh-in and meeting topic. And if you notice, I'm by myself today because it's really early in the morning, like well before 7 o'clock. I went in, I said to Andrew, hey, I'm going to film. You want to film with me? And he's like, not today. I think him and his brother were up a little bit late chatting last night. So that's fine. I will let you know how Andrew did, and I will let you know how I did. We will start with me. That half a pound I gained last week, lost it this week. Did I think I was going to do a little bit better? I did, but then I looked back and thought, you know, we did eat out a lot. So I'll be happy with that because, a loss is a loss. This week should be a pretty decent week. Well, Adam's birthday is going to be tough. We are, let's see, Sunday. I guess really Monday's going to be the only tough night. We are going to the melting pot and we are eating dinner very, very late. I am seriously considering weighing in on Monday instead of Tuesday, only because I know Tuesday is going to be a false weigh-in. Our reservations are not until 6:30 on Monday night, which means if you've ever been to the melting pot, it's a 4-course meal. We are not going to be and it's a long meal because you cook all your own food. If our reservations are at 6:30, we probably will not be eating our entree until 7:30, 7:45, and it takes about an hour by the time you cook all your food and everything. And then weighing in at 6 o'clock on Tuesday morning, I think I might weigh in on Monday morning. I don't know, we'll see, but that's neither here nor there. I'm rambling, shock. I should have my tea over here with me. I need my tea. So I ended up losing half. Andrew was really worried because he was a little indulgent at the Phillies game. Pizza and crab fries at the Phillies game. He ended up losing 3.2. So he is at 9 something, I think, or right at 9 pounds. So he is thrilled. He is doing fantastic. He's really got a great mindset. He is doing wonderful. So that is our weigh-ins this week. And let's talk about the meeting topic. How to find portions that work for you. Portion control is huge. It does not matter what kind of weight loss journey or health journey you are on. Portion control, to me, is the absolute key. Because we all know you can have a treat now and then. You can have a bowl of ice cream. You can have a piece of cake. You just can't have the entire container of ice cream, or you can't have a hunk of cake, or the entire cake for that matter. Portion control is key. And let me tell you, I haven't even read this yet, so I should probably read this right now, or at least start with this before, but I think it's stuff and I want to say it in case they don't. Even too much of the good foods are not good. So you have to keep that in mind too. And especially WW with the 0-point foods. You got to keep in mind that 0-point foods still need to be portion controlled no matter what WW or anybody else says. But anyway, let's get to the topic at hand. How to find portions that work for you. We'll let you in on a secret. When it comes to filling your plate, there's no right amount of oatmeal, ice cream, or any type of food. It's all about choosing portions that work for you. Nah, not buying that. Because the portion that works for me with ice cream is 8 cups. Yeah, it is. Yeah, let's see. Try this. Serve yourself. Scoop your usual amount of ice cream or other go-to food into a bowl. Size it up. Measure how much you typically eat using a scale or measuring cups. Check the personal points value. Head to the WW app to see how that portion size impacts your budget. Reflect and revise. Does that amount work with your budget? Cool. Keep it as is. If not, adjust until you find your sweet spot. Yes and no. Okay. I've recently redid my evaluation to throw in corn as a 0-point food for me because we tend to eat seasonally. You leaving? Yeah. Hold on, please. Sorry about that. Doug was leaving for work and I wanted to say goodbye. Still not used to this him going to the office thing. Hopefully it's very temporary. Anyway, so I've recently changed up things and I get 21 points a day now instead of 19. So I'm not sure. I think I may have taken off like salty snacks or I don't know. But anyway. So if I use their logic, I could have, I don't know, we're just going to throw a number out. 21 points worth of ice cream. Because ice cream is my true love. Next to my husband and kids. I could have 21 points of ice cream and eat all 0-point foods for the rest of the day. In reality, that is what they are saying. No, you can't. I know that. You know that. But you know what? There may be people struggling so hard that they don't know that. That's what they're saying. Like I could use my 21 points on ice cream, and then for breakfast, I could have a couple eggs. For lunch, I could have a fruit and veggie platter with a piece of chicken. For dinner, I could have some more chicken or some fish and potatoes because these are all my 0-point foods. Do you see what I'm saying? You could eat normally all day. You could eat 3 incredible meals a day and still eat ridiculous amounts of junk food or whatever food. So I think it's a little misleading. I think you need to realize what healthy portions are. Just because it fits into your plan doesn't mean it's a good idea. I could fit 21 points of ice cream into my plan very, very easily, my friends, but is that a good idea? Is it a good idea to eat that much ice cream in a day? No, it's not. It's not. Because by doing that, you're not utilizing your points for your foods that you need. You need your dairy. You need your healthy fats and oils. You need your complex carbohydrates. You need your lean proteins if you don't have that as a 0-point food. So there are so many things that you need to spend your points on, and it's not a big bowl of ice cream. Now, am I saying not to eat ice cream? Heck to the no, because it's life and you are going to eat ice cream or cake or insert your food here. You just have to know the portion. And the portion is not however much you can jam into your day by manipulating the program. Look at the serving size on the container. It's probably a half a cup or 2/3 of a cup. Start there. Start there. Put a half a cup or 2/3 of a cup in a bowl. See how many points it is. And then enjoy it. And when I say enjoy it, I don't mean eat it so fast that you didn't even realize that you ate it. Savor it. Smell it. Feel it in your mouth. Feel it on your tongue. Taste it. Like truly taste it. Have an experience with your food. When you do that, you're going to be more satisfied with the smaller amount. You're going to be more satiated with that. You're going to enjoy it more because face it, if you had a bowl of ice cream this big, those first 2 bites, oh my goodness, they are delicious and you are enjoying them. But then you're reading your book, you're watching TV, you're talking to your family, and you're just eating it. You're not even tasting it anymore. You're not. But when you have that small amount there, you are going to savor every single bite because that's all you have. But when you have that big bowl, why do you need to savor it? You got a horse trough in front of you. And I know this because been there, done that. Yep. Ice cream is the reason I got in trouble in the first place. Not the only reason, mind you, but one of the main reasons. So while I agree about fitting things in, I don't necessarily agree with what they're saying as to see how much you can fit in, because I think you'd be making concessions elsewhere. So just be so mindful of that. And now they say, let's dive a little deeper. Have you ever looked around at a barbecue and you noticed your servings looked nothing like your friends or family members' spreads? That's nothing to worry about. What keeps one person feeling full and within their budget can be very different from what works for someone else. There's no end-all be-all amount of insert your favorite food that you should be eating. Once again, I'm sorry, but I tend to disagree. I don't think you need to eat until you feel full, because most of us will not stop when we feel full. We'll stop when we feel too full. Eat until you are satisfied and satiated. Satisfied is different than full. It's a hard line to learn. It is. It really is. But when you do, something will click in there. It really will. And there's no end-all be-all to the amount of food you should eat. Well, if you want to lose weight and if you're on a weight loss journey, yeah, there is. There is. Because we cannot eat massive quantities of food and expect to lose weight. Even massive quantities of 0-point foods. Why? Because they all have calories. And what does it come down to, my friends? It comes down to calories in and calories out. Is it that simple? Not really, but that's the gist of it. Let's say you have avocado as a 0-point food. Avocado is a wonderful, wonderful, healthy fat. It is so good for us. It has so many great nutrients, but it is a healthy fat. There's a lot of calories in avocado. I eat avocado. I eat guacamole. I love nothing more than guac toast. I have 2 tablespoons, 1 tablespoon on each piece of my toast. It's more than enough. You get the taste, you get the benefits. It's more than enough. It's a decent amount of calories, but hey, it's 0 points, right? I really don't have avocado at 0 points. I'm using it as an example because I don't want somebody in my next full day of eating to say, well, why are you giving points? But anyway, so let's say I have the mindset, you know, WW says there's no end-all be-all amount of food, so I'm gonna have lots of avocado. You know what? I'm not gonna have a nice quarter of an avocado, or I'm not gonna have a nice 2 tablespoons. I'm gonna have about a pound of avocado. And don't say I wouldn't do that or you wouldn't do that, because there are people that will do that. There are. There was someone, when I went to meetings, who had eggs as a 0-point food. He was eating a dozen a day. Yes, because it was 0 points. I'll eat a dozen of eggs a day. That's not healthy for anyone. So do you understand what I'm getting at here? I know I'm a little scattered. But like, you could be eating your entire day's worth of calories with that avocado because you're eating so much of it. Just because it's 0 points doesn't mean it's 0 calories and doesn't mean it is a all-you-can-eat buffet with it. You have to stick to portions and serving sizes. You have to. As much as we don't want to believe that, as much as we don't want to think that, we have to. Yeah. The key to here is finding those right for you portions, also known as the balance between how much food you want to eat and the amount of points you have to stay within your budget, especially when it comes to the food you eat often. You may want to keep your measuring tools on the counter until you can eyeball things without a second thought. Trust me, even when you can eyeball things, check yourself. Check yourself, because we have portion distortion. Yes, we do. I don't care who you are. You have portion distortion after a while. When you stop weighing and measuring, you know, a little extra gets added in, a little extra teaspoon here, a little extra tablespoon there, a couple extras here. It adds up. And then you start thinking that that is your portion when it truly is not. So even if you have been doing this forever, every once in a while, check yourself. Trust me on that. Having these amounts locked in can give you serious confidence when it comes to knowing how much to actually eat. Try to check in with your usual portion sizes regularly. See, I should have read a little further. It's one of those tools that can ground you in your journey. And that's true regardless of where you are in this moment. You could be making moves towards your goals. You could be at a plateau, or you could be struggling. Think of it as a reliable anchoring force no matter how the waters are changing for you. Portion control is it, my friends. It is. It stinks. It does, because we just want to eat. We just want to eat as much as we want, as often as we want, and whatever we want. But guys, this is what got us here in the first place. More than likely, it is the portion control that got you here in the first place. Just because something is low in points doesn't mean you have to eat all of it. Think about it. I used to be able to eat, like, I would eat so much. I'm trying to think of something, like, I would eat so much sometimes of one thing, not even thinking about it, not even tasting it, not even realizing the consequences. Not at all. And when you start looking at your portions and you start monitoring that, you realize that you truly don't need as much as you think you need, especially if you are eating balanced. If you are eating your proteins and your fats and your complex carbs, if you are eating balanced at every single meal, and I'm not perfect, I know that, but if you are doing it 80% of the time, you are not going to need as much food because you are going to be full and satisfied, especially when it comes to your healthy fats. They keep you satiated, they keep you full, they keep you satisfied. Especially when you start ditching all of the artificial sweeteners and the fat-free stuff. That is not keeping you full and satiated. Getting some fat in there and not getting as many of those chemicals in there. All those sugar-free things, they're just triggering your brain to want more sugar. So stop putting the Crystal Light in and just try to drink the plain water. Because all that Crystal Light in is making you want more water. More sugar. I'm sorry, more sugar. I know it stinks, but try it. Or try going the natural route and throwing some fruit or some cucumbers or something like that into your water. Infuse it with fruit and give you that natural fruit. Yes, it's still sugar, but it's a better choice. So think about what you're eating. Think about the amount you are eating and see where you can cut it. No one needs to eat, I don't know, an entire, I don't know. I don't want to say things out loud because it's things I see people eat and I just question why people are eating those amounts of food. Just try it. Just try it. That's all I'm asking you to do is try it. Try eating less. Try eating balanced. Make sure you're weighing and measuring. I have potatoes for 0 points. I am not eating a 10-ounce baked potato. I'm not. Because no one needs that much potato. You don't need a half a pound of a potato. Stop and think what you're doing. Look at your portion sizes. Eat your good portion sizes. Eat your 3 to 4 ounces of lean protein. Eat your 5 or 6 ounces of a potato. Eat unlimited veggies. Eat it slow. Eat it mindful. Then let yourself sit. Let yourself sit for a good 5 minutes. Drink some water. Then if you are truly hungry, go back and have something else. Maybe some more vegetables or something. But ask yourself if you're truly hungry. We need to ask ourselves the hard questions in this journey. I know I do. I need to do it on a daily basis. Yep, even though I've been doing this for a long time, it's a struggle every day. Doesn't get easier. But it's important and we can do it. So that is it, my friends. I know this was kind of all over the place and just feeling a little scattered this morning. And I think it's because I haven't had my tea and it is super duper early. We have been getting up really, really early to try to figure out a good balance and morning routine to make sure we can get our right amount of exercise in and just get everything done we need to get done before Doug heads out to work and before I start my day. So I think that's why I'm a little scattered. So excuse me for this scattered video. I hope I hit a nerve or struck a nerve or maybe helped you a little bit with the portions, but seriously think about what you're putting into your mouth. Think about your 0-point foods. Think about eating balanced. Think about ditching some of the stuff that may not be the healthiest for us. I'm not saying all of it because we all have to have that little bit of, it's that 90-10 rule or 80-20 if you need to start there. I try for 90-10. 90% of the good stuff and 10% of the stuff that, So my friends, thank you if you stuck with me this long. I truly appreciate it. Have a wonderful day. Let me know in the comments below how your weigh-in's going. Let me know how your portions are going. Let me know if there's something that you really have portion distortion with. And that is it for this video. I will certainly see you in my next video, but while you're waiting for my next upload, check out these videos here and maybe they'll help you along this journey. Have a great one, my friends, and I will talk to you soon.